The first thing Dr. Elias Wynn noticed when consciousness returned was the sound of deep, resonant vibration thrumming through his bones. It reminded him of cello strings bowed in the dark. The second thing he noticed was that he couldn't move. He hung suspended in a cocoon of soft, translucent filaments, warm as breath and faintly luminous. Beyond the membrane, a vast hall stretched out, walls alive with pulsing bioluminescence. Shapes moved slender silhouettes, gliding with predatory grace. Elias inhaled. Sharply, he was aboard the alien vessel. The realization struck like lightning. Humanity's first contact, his research team, captured by the mysterious species they had only glimpsed from afar. Memories flickered. The survey shuttle, the sudden flash of light, his crewmates shouting, then nothing. He tried to speak, but the cocoon tightened around him, suppressing the sound before it left his throat. Then every pulse of light in the chamber froze. A presence pushed into his mind cold. Vast, curious, human, awake. The words weren't spoken. They were simply there, as clear as if they had always been part of him. The figures parted. Something emerged from the shadows. She was tall, taller than any human, her form both humanoid and utterly alien. Her skin shimmered like oil on water, shifting between indigo and silver. A crown of delicate horns curled back from her head, glowing faintly. Her eyes were enormous, luminous, violet pools with no pupil, swirling like nebula. The hall bowed as she approached. The Empress, of course it was her. Everything in her bearing radiated authority. Elias felt it like gravity. She stopped before him. The cocoon retracted just enough for him to see her clearly. Though he still could not move, her voice entered his thoughts. Intimate as a whisper, brushing the inside of his skull. You imagine much, human. His heart hammered. The thought, does she know what I'm thinking right now? Blared across his mind. Before he could stop it, her eyes glimmered. All your thoughts are sound. Within this place, unshaped, loud, you imagine escape. You imagine fear. You imagine curiosity. A pause. And you imagine me? Heat rushed to Ilias's face. Mortification crashed through him. He'd been studying this species for years, had pored over the rare, blurry images and the scattered cultural fragments. To be confronted with the physical presence of their Empress, magnificent and otherworldly. The human brain filled in the rest, her lips curved at quite a smile. Your imagination is vivid. He struggled against the cocoon's restraint. If you can hear my thoughts, then you know I mean no harm. Meaning is irrelevant. Intentions shift like wind. Thought itself is a weapon sharpened by belief. She circled him slowly, her robe trailing like liquid starlight. Wherever she walked, the walls responded, light rippling in waves. When your vessel entered our boundary, we tasted your species' mind song. Chaotic, uncontained, dangerous. She leaned. Closer, yet yours was different. Quiet, focused, alone. He swallowed. I'm a cognitive xenologist. I study alien minds. Maybe that's why I think the way I do. I seek to understand that which is not you. A rare trait for your kind. She lifted a hand. The cocoon loosened further, allowing him to breathe deeply. Tell me, Elias Wynn, do you understand your own mind? The question hit strangely hard. His thoughts tangled, images leaking through, his abandoned graduate thesis. His mother's disappointment, the screaming silence after his partner left, the relentless need to prove something undefined. Her head tilted. Such noise for one so quiet. He looked away, ashamed. Everyone has noise. Not like this. A flicker of something, pity? Amusement crossed her face. You fracture yourself to survive. Humans often do. He bristled. And your species doesn't? At that, the hall darkened. The lights dimmed in synchronized pulses, like a creature breathing deeply. We do not fracture. We converge. Each mind shard exists in harmony with the whole. Like a hive mind, Elias murmured. Her eyes flashed. Not a hive. A chorus. Individual voices aligned by purpose. We share without losing the shape of the self. She stepped closer until her face was inches from his. Your kind fears this. You cling to isolation. You treat minds as cages. Ilias's voice was barely a whisper. Maybe, but connection frightens us for a reason, because it reveals truths you bury. A surge of mental pressure pressed against him as if the air thickened. Images erupted unbidden. Elias as a child, hiding under blankets during his parents' fights. Elias at 20, presenting research while professors dismissed him. Elias in his lab, staring at the stars, wishing for something larger than the smallness of human conflict. Embarrassingly, his awe-filled fascination with the Alien Empress, the imagined scenarios of meeting her, scenes he would never dare speak aloud. Her lips parted slightly. You imagine much indeed. I'd appreciate it if you didn't observe your fantasies. She leaned in, her breath cool on his cheek. Why, human? They are informative, he groaned softly. Please. A sound like soft laughter echoed inside his skull. Very well. I will look away. For now, she gestured, and the cocoon unspooled entirely. Elias collapsed onto a platform of warm metal, gasping. Sensation flooded back into his limbs. Are my colleagues alive? Yes. Contained. Unharmed. They are. Louder than you? It is unpleasant. He almost smiled. Humans are loud. Mentally, physically, everything. And yet you came here. Searching, reaching. I wanted to understand you. Perhaps you will. If you withstand it. She extended a hand toward him. Long, elegant fingers, tipped with shimmering points of light. He hesitated, her head inclined. Almost imperceptibly. Do not fear. If I intended harm, your mind would have dissolved upon waking comforting. He took her hand. A jolt of cold lightning shot through him, and the world shattered. He stood not physically, but in some mental construct within a colossal landscape of crystalline towers. Light flowed in visible currents through the air, each color carrying meaning he felt rather than saw. The Empress appeared beside him. Though she seemed taller here, her form composed of millions of shifting facets. This is the Convergence, our shared mind realm. Few outsiders have walked here, none without breaking. He turned slowly, overwhelmed. It's beautiful, it's truth. Her voice came from everywhere. He sensed echoes of others' countless minds woven into harmonics. Not a hive, he realized. A symphony. A living architecture built from thought and emotion. What do you want from me? He whispered. The crystalline Empress regarded him. I want to understand the human mind. He blinked. Why me? Because yours calls to us. A quiet corridor among clashing storms. A possible bridge. Pause. And because you imagine without limit, he felt her touch his mind againstler this time. Like fingertips brushing a book's spine. Memories rose. But softly, his fascination with alien life, his belief that intelligence, sentient intelligence deserves to be known, you wish for connection, even as you fear it. Yes. And you desire peace between our kinds, more than anything. She studied him, her crystalline face unreadable. Then let us attempt such a bridge. Elias felt something shift, like a door opening inside his skull. Not invasive, not consuming. A resonance, aligning gently with his thoughts. He gasped as understanding flowed concepts. Emotions, the structure of their civilization, the weight of her rule, the loneliness hidden beneath her unity. A millennium of burdens carried by a single anchor mind that kept the chorus stable. He sensed her, and she sensed him. Their thoughts touched, not merged, but met in a shared space, luminous and fragile. Elias felt tears on his real face. Empress. He whispered inside the mind realm. You're alone. Her crystalline features flickered. An empress must be. I am the root that holds the chorus steady. Their unity rests on my solitude. That's why you came to me. In part, a ripple of hesitation. Human. Your thoughts burn bright, like stars. They frighten us, but they also warm. He laughed softly in disbelief. That's the strangest compliment I've ever received. It is not a compliment. It is truth. The landscape around them dimmed. Return now. Your mind strains. But will I see you again? The Empress stepped close, her facet body shimmering. You imagine much. Elias win. She pressed a hand of living light to his chest. And so you shall. He woke back in the physical hall. Lying on the warm platform, the Empress knelt beside him, her real form smaller, more comprehensible, but her eyes. He understood now why they swirled with galaxies. They contained multitudes. You survived, she said aloud, her voice a melodic vibration. I think so. You are the first human to stand within the Convergence and remain unbroken. She extended her hand again. Palm open. Walk with me, Elias. There is much to teach, much to learn, and much you imagine that may yet become real. His heart pounded. Are you asking me to stay? Her smile, this time unmistakable, glowed like starlight. I am asking you to change the future with me. Elias took her hand. The hall brightened, and somewhere deep in the ship, a new harmony began.